Yo, what's up with y'all boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here with the Pick Dawgz Morning Show on this beautiful money-making Saturday. First Saturday of October, man. New month, new goals, new opportunities. Best sports money, the best sports betting month of them all. October, man. We got a good card today. We got full schedule of college football. We got the division series starting today in Major League Baseball. Good card, good card. And we got some NHL and NBA preseason today as well for anybody out there that cares. So nice little money making day. I got a good crew of guys with me here today to help us break it down and try to make some money on this money making Saturday. Right here to my right is the guy who's usually always right there. I call him the franchise player. Chris Ruffalo, what's happening, my man? How you doing this morning?
Does that make me your right-hand man? Is that what that is?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'll take it. I'm doing well. So I feel like I'm seeing the college football board well this weekend. Started with last night with the over in New Mexico and San Jose State, and ready to run it back and do it all again today. Ready to make some money. The card looks good. The baseball looks awesome today. So ready to break it down and let's make some money.
Let's do it, my man. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Ron the Don Romanelli here on a Saturday. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I think this is the best college football card from a betting perspective we've had this season. We got the divisional series starting in Major League Baseball. This is a fun day. I'm ready to talk about these games.
I'm ready too. I'm ready too to break it down with my guys. All the OGs on the show today. It's an OG show. Speaking of OGs, we got Hot Rod Zawacki. What's happening, Rod? How you doing this morning?
Not too much, Jay. Sorry I missed you guys last week. Was definitely feeling under the weather, so battled out of that. And hey, we've been doing good in college football, so I'm looking forward to today. Started with a nice 2-0 on Friday. Can't complain there as we headed in on a nice 20-13 run. So definitely seeing the college football board well. Looking forward to today's slate. And hey, we throw some baseball into the mix. Love it. Can't wait for it. Looking forward to it. Let's find you guys some winners today.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. And Brian Bittler, good morning, sir. How you doing this morning?
No, I agree with Ron Romanelli. One of the best cards so far this college football season for sure. 2-0 yesterday, 19-6 run overall. Let's keep it going today. Love the card. Let's get some free winners.
Let's keep it rolling, fellas. Let's keep it rolling. We got a pretty lot of ground to cover. So, anything y'all talk about before we go ahead and jump into today's action?
That's a great WNBA game. Really on the edge of my seat.
Yes, it was. Unfortunately, I had one play last night. That was the one play I had. I had the Aces. I had them 3.5. They won by 3. Great game though. If that's the series we're gonna get, 7-game series, sign me up. I'm gonna be right there watching the entire thing. Good back and forth game. Both teams had their chances. We saw the Mercury pretty much lead the game. Aces kind of took it late third, early into the fourth. Y'all know I love my hoops, so that was a fun game to watch last night. And we'll see who's going to hoist the Commissioner's Trophy this year. I think that's what it's called. They need to change the name. I think that's Commissioner's Cup. I think that's the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk some college football, and then we'll do college football first. Then we'll do baseball. That's how we'll do it today. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're going to break it down into 3 slots. First slot, we're going to do the morning slot. I don't have every single graphic for every single game, but I feel like for the biggest games, I have them. So kind of work with me on our Saturdays beat. We got Iowa State versus Cincinnati. Bearcats versus the Cyclones. We got Kentucky versus Georgia. We got Air Force, Navy, Service Academies battling it out. We have Clemson, North Carolina. And we have Michigan, Wisconsin. Also in here is Illinois, Purdue. Kansas State, Baylor, I think, is in here as well. Yep, K-State, Baylor. UAB Army is in this slot. Ohio, Ball State. Oklahoma State, Arizona. is where we will stop right before 3:30. So we'll go noon to 3. Chris, how we feeling, my man?
Yeah, give out 2 here. The first one I like is that over in Air Force Navy. Again, I know unders in the service academy. I said it on our college football show have been money, but you have an Air Force team that couldn't stop a nosebleed against Hawaii. I think Navy's going to be able to score at will in that game, but I also think Air Force can be able to rip off some chunk plays as well. This is still a really good option offense for Air Force, led by Liam Zarka since Zarka took over. This Air Force offense just has been able to keep it rolling. It's supposed to be the next great option quarterback. I think the over's in play in that one. So give me the over. And give me North Carolina plus 14. I think Clemson is still broken. Besides name brand, I see no reason why Clemson should be laying 14 on the road here. I get it. North Carolina hasn't been spectacular. Everything maybe everybody thought they'd be, they were cracked up to be when Bill Belichick took over, but Clemson's done nothing for me this season. So give me North Carolina plus the 14.
Ron the Don Romanelli. What we doing to start today?
Yeah, I said it's my favorite betting card in college football this year so far, but the early card is probably my least favorite time slot. But I do see a couple games. First of all, Cincinnati. I think they're the better team. I know Iowa State has got the record, had all the hype going into the season, but Cincinnati's offense is two-dimensional. They run the football well. Their passing game's had over 300 yards the last few weeks. I think that this is the toughest matchup for Iowa State's defense that they've had this season, especially on the road. And the only other true road game that the Cyclones have had, it was at Arkansas State. And in that game, they struggled against a not great Arkansas State team. It was an 8-point win. So I worry about Iowa State in this one. I would take Cincinnati. I also like Virginia Tech laying the points over Wake Forest. Around this time of year, I'm looking to back teams that had high expectations, but maybe don't have the best record, or the markets are turning their backs to them because of their record so far, recent results, and looking to fade teams that not a lot of people projected big things for, but maybe they've outdone those projections. I think that's where you're going to find your value. Wake Forest projected to be a bottom ACC team, one of the worst in the conference, but now we've seen them compete against Georgia Tech. They had a couple of wins at the beginning of the season. I still think that they are the weakest team, if not bottom 2, bottom 3 teams in the ACC, up against a Virginia Tech team that had a lot of expectations. They were a reasonable dog in that game against South Carolina at the beginning of the season. Same thing against Vanderbilt. They struggled in those games, but now we start to see them play much better football. Had a nice win at NC State last time out. I think they're the much better team in this matchup, and the fact that we can get them at a touchdown price, I think they should be a double-digit favorite. So I'll lay the points with Virginia Tech.
Fair enough. From Ron the Don Romanelli. Hot Rod Zawacki. How you feeling today in this first slot of college football?
Yeah, first slide, I agree with Ron. I like Cincinnati here in the spot. Not liking what I see from Iowa State. Their defense definitely missing a couple of big names. Jeremiah Cooper out. Jontez Williams going to be out for that Iowa State defensive line there. So that's going to give Brandon Sosby plenty more time here to throw the ball. He's got 10 touchdowns, 1 interception on the year for Cincinnati. And then big return, for Cincinnati on their defensive nose tackle coming back, and Dante Corleone making his return for the Bearcats on defense. So it'll make it tough for that Iowa State to be able to move the ball. QB will be under pressure. Dante could be chasing them down most of the day. So give me the Bearcats there in that matchup. And then the other one I'm looking at here in this spot, it's a big number. You look at Ohio heading into Ball State. They whooped up on Ball State last year, running it up. And you look at what Ball State does against the run, they're not very good. They can't stop the run at all. Giving up over 5 yards per rush. What does the Bobcats love to do? They love to run the ball. And that's what they're going to do here. Hand the ball off, run it right down Ball State's throat. And, it's the way it goes. They're giving up 5 yards a rush. You keep it out of Ball State's hand. 14.5. It's 14.5 for a reason. I'll lay the 14.5 there with the Bobcats. I think they dominate this game right from start to finish. I know they're 0-2 on the road so far this year. Time to get themselves a big win. I think they win by 17 plus. I'll lay it with the Bobcats heading into Ball State.
From Hot Rod Zawacki, Brian B., how you feeling?
Everybody knows I hate to disagree with my good friend Chris Ruffalo here, but I think Clemson is one of the highlights of the early card. I mean, who did North Carolina beat is their highlight win. Charlotte. Belichick hasn't done anything without Tom Brady as his quarterback. Clemson, they had tough games against LSU where they took it down to the wire. Georgia Tech, Syracuse isn't any good, but they've played the much tougher schedule. 0-4 ATS this season. They haven't covered a spread. So for me, I think Clemson is a big play early, close to a premium.
From Brian Bittler, let me see. Yeah, I agree with Ron. I would lean towards Cincinnati. Iowa State just hasn't. They're not tested really. Their only game they really was tested was the Dublin game against K-State, and we know what K-State is currently. Nothing. And I was the biggest. I was the leader of the hype train for K-State. So I like Rocco Beck. I just think this is a tough place for them to go and play, and I think Cincinnati a little underrated. They win that game against Nebraska to start the season. This is totally different. So, and huge implications on the Big 12 in this one. I think the Bearcats get it done at home. I'm going to lean towards Georgia. I've lost back-to-back weeks with the Bulldogs, bruh. Oh, my God. I won't open the can of worms of last week. Kirby kicked the fucking field goal. Hopefully this week, they just go ahead and take Kentucky behind the woodshed. They're at home, off a bad loss. Kentucky, they've kind of played above their pay grade as far as I'm concerned. I think this is a 21, 24-plus point win for the Bulldogs in a bounce-back effort. So I'm going to lean towards Georgia, laying the points in that one. I agree with Brian. I like Clemson. Perfect buy low spot here on Clemson. Like, I know they've wet the bed, laid eggs, all of that. I know they haven't covered yet ATS, but North Carolina is terrible. Like, this is a bad football team, and this is just the perfect spot for Clemson to open up a can of whoop ass and get back to regular scheduled programming. So I think that's what they do. In that one, I'm going to lean towards Clemson. Anything else in this first slot that jumps off the page to me? I talked about this one earlier in the week on the College Football Show with Big Al McMorty. I know he's a Michigan alum. He actually faded his Wolverines. He took Wisconsin here. I would lean towards Wisconsin. I think we all know Michigan is head and shoulders a better football team. I worry laying this many points with offense. I still think has issues. To me, this just feels like a 10 to 14 point win for Michigan. They win, they're the better team. Wisconsin's not great, but that doesn't mean I'm rushing to lay 3 possessions with Michigan either. I know it's a tough place to play, Ann Arbor, all that. I get it. They are the better football team, but it not a late 17 style football team. And what I'm expecting to be, your typical Big Ten game, more defense than offense. I want the points in my back pocket. That's all I'm saying. So I'm going to lean towards the Badgers, even though they let me down tremendously last week. Little bounce back spot for them today. Oh, one more early slot. Baylor, K-State. Give me K-State money line. Outright, money line. It's early slot college football. This is where the weird shit happens. Baylor, they've been a good team this year. K-State has played tremendously under what they were supposed to be. But as we get into Big 12 play, they still a talented team, man. And I still think they can come here and run the football fairly effectively. And I just think this line has gotten out of control. I think personally, my line in this one would probably be Baylor 3.5. And I'm just taking a shot on some plus money with K-State, a team I was high on coming into the season that's been tremendously disappointing, but could make a nice little statement win today. That's all I'm saying. So small lean for me on the K-State Wildcats. Anything else y'all boys might have missed here in this first slot in college football today? Fair enough. We head to the second slot, the midday slot, which I think has, pretty much all the juicy shit. We got Penn State, UCLA. That graphic's wrong. It's supposed to be Penn State land 24.5. Sorry. Hook 'em. Them horns, baby. We out on the road in the swamp facing them Gators. Texas laying 5. Vandy, Alabama. Alabama. Fresh off the road win last week at Georgia. They're laying 10.5 on Vandy. First time these two teams ranked going up against each other since 1967. Crazy stat. Notre Dame, Boise. Notre Dame 20.5 point home favorites. What else we got in here? It's a lot of meat on the bone in this slot. We got Arizona, Oklahoma State. We have Washington, Maryland, Oregon State, App State, Syracuse, SMU, Kent State, Oklahoma. It's pretty much where we'll stop. So, Romanelli, it's you, sir. How you feeling in this midday slot?
Yeah, I think Nebraska, Michigan State's a tough one for me. I got a Michigan State dynasty going on in a college football video game, so it's tough to go against my boys, but I got to roll with Nebraska and lay the points. I think it's just a good matchup for them. They're coming off the bad loss to Michigan. It was a frustrating loss, I would say, for Nebraska and its fans. It's a spot where the program is trying to rebuild. You get a spot, a highlight game against Michigan, and you lose in that way. But you had the bye week. You're coming off the bye. You're playing at home against a not so great Michigan State secondary team that doesn't really get a lot of pressure in opposing quarterbacks. Really, there's no excuses for Raiola in this game. Should have a big day through the air. The run game should get there. I think it's going to be a two-dimensional offensive attack for Nebraska. And then the defense has really not been the issue this year. They did struggle against the run against Michigan, but you got a Michigan State team. It's just been so-so with their ground game this year. So I think Nebraska picks its number offensively, wins this game by 2 touchdowns plus.
Romanelli on Nebraska. So, Wacky, what you want here in this slot? You're muted.
A couple I like here in the spot. First one I like the over here between Boise State and Notre Dame. You look, both these offenses can definitely put up the points, and defensively, both these teams have given up a few points defensively as well. Notre Dame giving up about 27 points per game, giving up quite a bit of passing yards, and I think Boise's be able to hone in on that, as they're definitely averaging about 300 yards of passing, 4.8 yards per attempt, 14 yards per completion for this Boise State team offensively. So I think we see plenty of offense from Notre Dame and Boise State. Get us up over this total, open 53.5 up to 62.5. I think this finishes well into the 70s. So give me the over there in that matchup. And then another one I like in the spot is I like the under between Texas and the Gators here. I think both defenses shine here in this one. Gators definitely have a defense that equals up to what Texas has. So I think this is one of those battle of the trenches, and it's going to come right down to the wire. I lean to Texas to pull away, but give me the under. I think both defenses shine here in that matchup between Florida and Texas. That's the highlights on both of these teams is their defense. Texas offensively get it together, but you still got to get it going against a Gators defense that is real good. So give me the under there in that matchup.
Bidler.
Oh, this is such a fantastic slot. It's tough to narrow it down. I don't want to drone on and on. I like UCLA plus the points against Penn State. Penn State off that just rip your heart out of your chest game where they got beat by Oregon. Now they got to play the armpit of the Big Ten, UCLA. I think we see a less than effective game from Penn State. But the game I like the most is probably the Florida Gators plus the points. I know I hate to go against – usually I like to kiss up to Jay, but I think the Gators are a good value here. I mean, they played South Florida, LSU, Miami, just a hell of a schedule. I know Texas opened up with Ohio State, but after that played a bunch of cupcakes. Texas has Oklahoma on deck next. I know people don't believe in the look-ahead spot, but I just think this might be the shocker of the day. Gators pull off the upset at home against Texas. People aren't expecting it. Florida's ultra talented, maybe the biggest underperforming team in college football. I'll take the points with Florida and sprinkle a little bit on that money line.
I think you're wrong. I think you got the wrong assessment of this game. I think everybody has Florida pulling the upset today. I do. Everybody I talk to got fucking Florida. Florida ATS. Florida.
You're talking to the wrong people.
I don't know. The general consensus on my team is we're trash. Arch is garbage. He played 3A high school ball and he can't hit anybody wide open. That's the general consensus on Texas, which I think is completely false. Here's how I see this game. This is how I see it. I think Texas is head and shoulders better than Florida on both sides of the ball. I think defensively, they're 2 times as good as Florida. Offensively, weapons-wise, I think they're 2 times as good as Florida. The only question is, does Arch come out in rhythm? Does he come out in rhythm is the multi-million-dollar question. And I think he does, bro. I'm not worried about Florida in the swamp. I saw USF walk to the swamp, beat these boys. I saw it. USF walk into the swamp and knock these boys off. And y'all think my Longhorns not fin too? We were ranked as one of the best teams coming into the country. And because we got a young quarterback who hasn't looked great to start the season, everybody has jumped off the wagon. That's cool. Stay y'all's ass over there. Stay off the wagon. When we get back to where we're supposed to be, and at the end of the season, when we hoist that natty up in the air, I'm remember all that y'all that bullshit y'all talked all season. I'm just remember it. I'm gonna be like, y'all remember when y'all was talking about we was trash when Arch went and all that? Like the narratives get so far gone after a couple weeks, and it's just crazy. I think Texas takes these boys behind the woodshed. I think this might be Napier's seat extremely hot, man. He might not be fired after this one, but they're damn sure gonna be calling for it.
So if we play the game of Texas beat Sam Houston 55,
I don't have to play that game. I don't care
about my game. Listen to my game. Texas beat them 55-0. New Mexico State just beat Sam Houston 37-10, right? So the 27-point win. Does that mean that Texas is only 2 times better than New Mexico State? I think so. Gators money line.
Gators just you got to look at the Texas.
See what I'm saying? Like that's the general consensus on Texas. Is like they haven't played nobody. Their quarterback's not that good. All right, bro. When they come out today and beat the living shit out of Florida, then what?
I think tomorrow's going to be a good
We have
show
one loss, and it was a close competitive game to the number 1 team in the country on the road. That's what happened. That's the truth of the matter. And then since then, we played cupcakes. But what are we supposed to do? We supposed to go 100-0 against the cupcakes? That's what y'all want? That's what y'all want us to do? 100-0 against the cupcakes?
100-0, yeah.
Nah, we cool. Well, for what? What's the reasoning? Why?
Because they look terrible in those games. The UTEP game was a big concern.
I saw us get out of there with a dub, man.
Oh, yeah. He escaped UTEP.
And Florida lost at home to USF.
USF is no UTEP.
They're not bad.
USF's got a real shot at making the playoff.
All right, bro. Y'all, by all means, take Florida today, please, so I can laugh at all y'all's ass tomorrow. Hook 'em horns. We're going to be just fine. We're still one of the best teams in the country. And the narrative on us is that we're a bad football team now. And I love that. I'd much rather this be the case than us coming to this game overrated, overvalued. Like I was, you know what I mean? I'd much rather be in this spot, they're not that good, they haven't played nobody spot, rather than oh my God, they blew everybody out, and this would be the letdown. I would much rather be in this spot than the other. So
don't forget, it's a revenge game. Florida got killed last year in Texas.
Argument can be had. I think this team is better than last year's team.
Ugh, terrible.
I know. We'll see.
You don't think they're looking forward to playing Oklahoma in a huge game next week?
No, we play Oklahoma every year. Like we play Oklahoma every year in that same spot. Like
I better just stick to my Florida Gators money line talking. That's about it.
No look ahead spots. Not when I'm on the show. I don't want to hear anything about look ahead.
We're gonna see, man. We'll see.
People look past the Gators. They're full of talent. I do it every year though. The Gators let me down.
Exactly. Like, y'all act like Florida. This isn't the Florida that we know. that just lays eggs every time you expect them to show up. So I'm not buying it. What I am buying though is Diego Pavia and the Vandy Commodores outright money line. I don't want the 10.5. We're doing it again. We're doing it again, back to back. Perfect spot to fade Alabama coming off of the huge outright win on the road against Georgia last week. Vandy, in my opinion, though, still criminally underrated, criminally undervalued because they're Vandy. And Alabama's a little overrated and overvalued because they're Bama and because they're at home in Tuscaloosa. But looking at who these two teams have been, looking at what I've seen, I think this line should be like 6.5. And the only reason it's not is because of the name values on the team. And if you're going to give me this much value attacking the money line with Vandy, I seen them do it last year. I think they can do it again. Granted, I know they're in Tuscaloosa. Tough to ask. But I still don't trust Kalen DeBoer, man. I still don't trust him. Just 2-3 weeks ago, they was calling for this man to be fired. $60 million. Now he beats Georgia. Now he's the second coming of Jesus. No, I don't think so. Give me Vandy. The storybook run continues. I lean towards Boise. Notre Dame hangover after losing the losing the Natty last year. They win this game, but I think Boise does enough on the ground to keep it competitive. Boise's run game has started to show me signs again. They're not as good as they were with Genty, but they're not as bad as you would think they would be losing a back like Genty. Somebody historically good like Genty. They're not as bad as you would think. They still got a solid offensive line, and they can still run the ball in between the tackles. And Notre Dame, I know their 2 losses are against 2 good opponents, but I think because of that still has them overrated and overvalued. I do. Boise needs a good game and a step-up game. And I think this is the one they play well in. So I'm going to lean towards the Broncos. And that's it for me here in this one. Chris, mute it.
Sorry, I was typing behind the scenes. Anyways, maybe you want to be muted because I said Notre Dame extendo. This is the fact of the matter is that, yeah, Boise State, this is a big game for them. Problem is, it's a massive game for Notre Dame too, who already have 2 losses this season. 3 losses in the college football playoff is pretty much a death sentence. And Marcus Freeman has shown that. Put up 56 points in back-to-back weeks. Hell, last week, he was running fake punts against Arkansas up 30. He wants to keep running that.
I have a question. 14-point win for Notre Dame. Don't get it done?
Nope. You got to get style points.
Does the narrative change whatsoever at all from a 21 to a 14-point win? Does the narrative change whatsoever for Notre Dame?
No, but it does with a 35-point win, which is what I think.
I don't think the narrative, whether it's 35, 14, or 7, I don't think the narrative changes on Notre Dame whatsoever. So I could get
absolutely it does. Absolutely it does, because Boise State is the name brand group of 5 team. A 35-point win over Boise State is going to be a lot more than a 55-point win over Sam Houston. I didn't mean to pick that game out. I'm just saying.
That's fair. I agree with that, but I'm just saying,
but
a win is a win for Notre Dame over Boise does the same thing. A 14-point win.
Not if it's by 10 points.
It's Notre Dame. They're going to get hyped regardless. Like they're Notre Dame.
So they need to have style points to just bypass the public narrative. They need to be able to win games by margin. Why do you think they piled on last week against Arkansas? Piled on against Purdue.
Arkansas is shit. They're not a good team.
But the fact of the matter is that they still piled on because they know that they have to have these big performances. And you're going to get brownie points if you pile on the same against Boise State, because Boise State is still a playoff team from last year. Despite the fact that, you lose Ashton Genty. My problem is, I think Maddox Madsen's going to shoot himself in the foot in this game. I think this is just one of those. I think Rod's right. I think the game is going to end up in the 70s, maybe even 80s. 49-21, something like that, where it's competitive early, and then all of a sudden, Maddox Madsen tries to do too much, pick 6 for Notre Dame. I just don't see how Boise State gets any stops in this game. I think Notre Dame is more likely to get 2 or 3 stops that they take back the other way, win this one in a blowout.
How shocked would you be if Boise won this game outright? How shocked? On a scale 1 to 10.
12.
Give me Boise money line.
There's charities that will actually do, very good things with the money that would be a better donation than the back Boise State money line. FanDuel is just going to put it in their back pocket and say, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?"
So let me get this straight. UF loses to USF, and it's the big deal. But Boise loses to USF, and now we're, Boise apologists.
Boise
Boise
is a Mountain West team that went on the road early fucking summer down to Florida and lost. That's totally different than
with 6 people in
Florida, the name brand of the state, losing at home in the swamp to USF. Two totally different things.
But USF's a crappy team when they beat Florida, but Boise State losing to USF's no big deal. Now we can beat them. We can beat Notre Dame.
Damn, bro, you're trying to compare the SEC to the Mountain West, to the American Athletic Conference. Stop.
In fairness, I think DJ Lagway just threw another interception.
Like, bro, stop trying to compare apples to oranges, fam. Stop.
You're the ones wanting to take Boise State money line over Notre Dame when Boise lost.
They're a weak ass independent. They're a weak ass independent who's living off of last year. That's why.
There's zero chance Notre Dame loses this game. Absolutely zero.
I'm putting $100 on.
There's
Boise
no way
right now. Money line plus 900.
Give me the money instead.
My $1,000.
Just make a donation.
Y'all just made me do it. I'm gonna show y'all the ticket. I'm putting $100 right now. Money line. All right, sorry. Notre Dame is the better football team, but I'm just saying they so overrated, overvalued, bro. Like they just. See what the Irish got going today. Anything else you want to talk about in this slot? I came to argue today.
I don't want this slot to go on forever, but I agree. I like Vanderbilt plus points against Alabama. I think that's a solid play.
They went it outright? Did they steal the post and take it all the way back to Vandy?
No.
Imagine. That would be hilarious. Come on.
Upset of the
I want
day
to
will
see
be
it.
the Florida Gators. Florida Gators will be the upset of the day. That's my official.
Actually, in this one, we missed one. It's Brian's favorite. It's the Akron Zips here. I'll take the Akron Zips plus the 7.5. But this is the line that I look at in this game, and I'm just like, the Chippewas are the better team, and it's only 7.5 here in this one. I'll take the Zips. It's just one of those things. I don't trust the Chippewas out on the road here, especially in a conference game here. I'll grab the Zips. I think we haven't seen the best of the Zips. I think this is their Super Bowl, and I think they come to play. Give me the Zips plus the points here in that one. I might even sprinkle on the money line that they beat Central Michigan there. So give me the Zips.
Zip.
The Zippies.
So that's how many points they're going to score today.
Zip. Well, that's because that's what we've seen so far in their offense. That's the scary part. I think with the tough offense, I think they can slow up the Chippewas on the road. They do that. I think they be able to get in there.
Only did it for the bit.
Texas Tech, Houston, Minnesota, Ohio State, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Oklahoma State, Arizona, Michigan, Nebraska. We already covered that one. Florida State, Miami, Kansas UCF, Colorado TCU, and Duke Cal. Close us out. Rock, it's you.
All right, to kick us off here, you know what? Give me Minnesota here, plus the boatload of points you're going to give me with PJ Fleck and company coming into Ohio State. this Minnesota squad, they can run the ball. Definitely able to run it up, keep it out of the offense of Ohio State. You look what they've been doing. 4 yards per rush. They got a three-headed attack. I know that both defense is pretty good at stopping the run, but I think Minnesota is able to break through here and able to hold on to the ball and run it and keep things close. There's just too many points here. Open 21 up to 23.5. You just look at the Minnesota. They're very good at not turning the ball over so far. Last game, no turnovers. And when they do that, they're 20-7 ATS-wise. I think Ohio State wants to win, but blowing out Minnesota, team that can actually move the ball offensively, averaging over 400 yards of offense this season. So for me, it's just too many points. Give me the Minnesota Gophers plus the points there in that matchup. Definitely not the greatest nighttime slot of games. What's the only one I like there?
Ryan, how you feeling?
Tough nighttime slot as far as free picks go, but I'll go with my Duke Blue Devils. I've had them a lot this season. They covered for me against Syracuse last week, that 38-3 ass kicking. I think if Duke wants to get into a ball game, they got to win games like this game at Cal because they got Georgia Tech, Clemson, hard game with Wake Forest on deck. So these are must-have games. 4-1 Cal at home, getting points seems, like the sports books would love to have you on the Cal Bears here. I think Duke is going to really turn it up here. Give me the Blue Devils, lay the touchdown. I know it's 2.5, but you can lay 7.
Probably my least favorite slot of the day. I lean towards Florida State. It's the number that makes me lean that way. I am a Florida State believer, but Carson Beck's starting to make me a believer too, though. One thing about me, y'all be acting like I'm just an outright hater. I give credit when credit is due. That's the thing. You got to earn it, though. And Carson Beck has definitely earned it. The problem is, so is Tommy Castellano. This is probably one of my favorite games of the day. I don't have a premium on this game. I kind of want to sit back and watch it happen. When it gets there, though, I likely will have a couple dollars on Florida State, though. Taking the home team, home dog. Would it shock me if Miami won this game by a touchdown? No. I think Florida State has a chance to win it, though. I'm a little nervous about Florida State. It's just a tough game. I could talk about it for a while, but I'll lean Florida State. Sometimes y'all be right. Sometimes y'all be wrong. I am a hater, and I tell y'all when I'm a hater. And I got the hater shades on right now because I don't care about what none of y'all talking about. The hate train, all aboard. All aboard the goddamn hate train. Fuck Texas A&M. Give me Mississippi State. Give me the Cowbells plus the points. I know this is their first true road game of the season. And I know A&M is not as bad as I be portraying them to be. They're a good football team. But I'm starting to hear them be talked about as great. I'm starting to hear them be talked about like they finna do something serious. Is Johnny Manziel walking back through the door? No, he's not. Elko's finna lay an egg like they always do. Gig 'em, sick 'em, goodbye. Give me Mississippi State plus the points in this one. This team, it's the stigma. This is the stigma game. That's my narrative. This is the stigma game. A&M is always the team that's overhyped, overrated. They're always getting ready to take that next step. They're always the team, the up and coming. This is the year. Then they lay an egg, and then everybody loses their mind like they didn't see the shit coming. And then Mississippi State is the team that they're the bottom doormat of the SEC. Everybody knows it. They shouldn't have beat Arizona State. They're lucky to be in the situation that they're in. All right, they finna come here today and punch A&M in the mouth. Punch them in the mouth. I want 15.5 with Mississippi State. I don't trust A&M whatsoever. They barely escaped Auburn, who played probably as bad as you could play. 0 third down conversions for Auburn, and that game was way closer than it should have been.
So that's Auburn playing poorly or A&M's defense
Auburn playing
well?
poorly. I will
Okay.
give A&M no credit.
So hold them to 9 first downs, 170 yards, 5
And they
sacks.
barely
That's
didn't.
just
They barely
Auburn
covered.
playing poorly.
They barely covered. Playing the most perfect game they could play. They barely covered. Fuck them.
They're going to beat Texas in Texas, but we'll
Yeah.
get to that later.
I will put every dollar in my account on that game. Every dollar in my betting account will be on the Longhorns.
Don't
in
do
that
that.
game.
And then we're going to have to sign up for the homeless shelter.
Okay. I will be proven right in the end. That's my spiel. Chris?
I'm gonna go off the board here. I'm gonna go Wyoming plus 3.5 against UNLV. Weird things happen in Wyoming. I think that UNLV, they're unbeaten, but I think they could easily have had a couple of losses up to this point. I've learned you don't bet against Wyoming in Laramie just because weird losses occur and weird games happen. They take teams to double overtime as double-digit underdogs, and they win games outright you wouldn't expect them to. I think Wyoming could do that here against UNLV. So give me Wyoming in the points.
I'm going to take Houston plus the points over Texas Tech. How you feel about that one, Jay?
I think you're foolish and lack vision.
Jay's got Ron's got the runs.
I feel like I figured you'd have an opinion on that, but listen, this is just a sell high spot on Texas Tech. They've been perfect.
That's
Blowout wins left and right, but they're extremely overvalued now. Laying this many points on the road against a Houston team, it's 4-0 themselves. I know they haven't played a tough schedule, but a very good defensive team, quarterback that's kind of a game manager. I think that we'll see Houston. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. We haven't seen too many totals at 50 for Texas Tech games in the last decade plus. This is not the style of football that we're used to seeing from Texas Tech, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring defensive game, and it makes getting 11.5, 12 points even more of a premium. So I'll sell high on Texas Tech.
I don't disagree with anything you said there, to be honest. That's the reason I don't have Texas Tech as a play today. I like Texas Tech a lot. But I do kind of think this is a quote unquote sell high spot, like you said. Can they overcome it? I think they can. But do I have money on that game today? I do not. Let's get it done, Red Raiders. Red Raiders. All right, fellas, that's it. College football today. Anything else y'all want to argue about before we
Texas Tech.
I like Houston as well today.
Oh, great. I'm feeling better about Texas Tech then.
Thank you, Brian.
I should have missed it.
What's Houston done at 4-0?
Nothing.
What has Texas Tech done other than the one Utah win? That's it.
Beat the shit out of Utah in Utah. Beat the shit out of them.
Kent State, Pine Bluff, and
Mutual opponent, Oregon State. Texas Tech blew them out. Houston almost lost the game outright. They should have lost the game outright. Connor Weigman's been running for his life.
Where was Weigman at before?
Texas Tech was home for that. Houston was on the road.
He's at Texas A&M.
Oh, yeah. That's where
You guys are crazy.
that's where his trash ass was at, bro. He's ass. Give me take. Yeah, man. Fade me all today.
Off a bye week.
Now we can argue about baseball for a little bit.
Yes, we can. Now we can argue about some baseball. We'll go game by game, man, because it's playoffs, baby. So, Cubs, Brewers. Milwaukee favored in this one. We got Freddie P on the mound for Milwaukee. For the Cubs is
Boyd.
Boyd. There we go. Bittler, you're up first.
I hate going first. Well, we doing the Brewers Cubs, just that one.
Yeah, it's 4 games. So
all right. I'm gonna lean towards the Chicago Cubbies. They got some momentum going. Matthew Boyd used to get killed when he was on the Detroit Tigers, but he went 4 1/3 in his start. He looked okay. I just think the Cubs catch the Brewers with their pants down here. Lean to the Cubbies.
I'm gonna lean towards the Cubbies as well. In Wrigley North, this is Brewers got to show me cool regular season story. Dominated during the second half. Did that break cost them though? I like Freddie P. I think he's the better starting option here. But the way the Cubs were playing defensively against the Padres that game the other day, bro, the way goddamn Horner and Swanson was just give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that tag out. Like them boys was just playing some ball, man. PCA got some swag going right now. Brewers got to show me. I'm gonna tag plus money here in this first one. I'm gonna take the Cubs. Chris,
best record in baseball's got to show you against the Chicago team that went 4-12 in Boyd's road starts this season.
Postseason and regular season, two totally different things.
Exactly, and I trust Freddie Peralta more than I trust Matthew Boyd. The reason why the Cubs had to play great defensive baseball is because they couldn't score worth a lick, couldn't hit in that series. Give me Milwaukee here. Freddie P at home. I could say less.
Mr. Rundown, how you feeling here?
I think the winner of this series has absolutely no chance against the winner of the other series. I think it's a crying shame that one of these teams will be in the NLCS. I mean, listen, they played their style of baseball. I'll give them credit for a great regular season, but neither of these teams are built for postseason play. But I'll take the Brewers in game one. Matthew Boyd, miserable numbers against the Brewers this season, 9 earned runs given up in 10 and a third innings. I agree with Chris. The offense looked miserable in that wild card series. If it wasn't for miraculous plays and a really, really bad strike three call in the 9th inning of game 3, this could have been a different spot here for Chicago.
That's true. That was egregious. That was terrible.
Yeah,
oh,
I mean,
God.
You get the leadoff home run, you get the next guy on base, and we saw what happened. The rest of the inning could have been a tie game. So at least we'll have the new system next year, so we can challenge these plays. But yeah, I think Peralta's just a much better option. So I'll take Milwaukee. But like I said, I don't think either of these teams stand a chance next series.
It would have been what? 1 out, bases loaded there. Yeah, that was a terrible call by the host. He had Cubs money line pocket for sure. I'm still mad at him that day. So. Tatis is dead to me. Anyway, so Wacky.
Yeah, the only scary part here for the Cubs is Boyd on the bump on the road. His numbers have been awful. He looked real good in his first playoff appearance, but that was at home. This Cubs defense, though, been solid. And what they've done all season long after allowing 3 runs or less in a couple games, they continued to play solid defense. So I think Boyd has a half-decent start here in this one. We know Peralta, I think he has a good start. I like the under 7. I think first to 3 wins this one all day. Give me the under 7, Cubs, Brewers. And it's this also the Brewers. It's you got to prove that you can actually win a playoff game. I don't know how many years I've watched the Brewers get to the playoffs, and they're like, yeah, we get to the playoffs, we're going to do something. And then they get swept right out first round in. So it's just until I can see the Brewers, I would lead to the Cubs here at the plus price. I think Boyd is a good start, and they're playing defensively, but give me the under 7 here in this one.
Fair enough. Next game up. Y'all know where we're heading to, man. We got the Toronto Blue Jays at home at the crib with the New York Yankees rolling in. Toronto's home favorites, total 7.5. All aboard! Hype me the fuck up, man. It's my hype train team since day 1 of the season. Y'all think I'm jumping off? You think I'm jumping off? You think I'm jumping off? No. Bye, Yankees. Y'all got me last round. Y'all got me. Shout out to the Yankees. They beat the Red Sox. They made the playoffs. Okay, so let me preface this direct. I said the Yankees would miss the playoffs. They made it. I said they would lose to the Red Sox. They beat them. Congratulations. You earn the right to lose 3 more games. And I think that's what happens, man. Hype me up, man. Luis Hill, I think it's just a bad spot for the Yankees here in game 1. I think the series will be more competitive, but when I look at it, how dominant the Blue Jays have been at home this year, how good offensively they looked at home this year, the pitching matchup in this game, the Blue Jays have to take the reins of the series. They have to. and I think they do. I trust them. I know there's a lot of people out there that got the same sentiment about the Blue Jays that Rod had about the Brewers, where they got to show me, can the teams fall flat in the playoffs, all that. I get it. I ain't worried about it. All aboard the hype train. I've been here all season long. I'm staying on it. We're going to the NLCS, and then we're going to the World Series, and then we're going to hoist the pennant. Join me if you think I'm right. Hype me up, Blue Jays. Chris?
See all the Yankee love in the comments.
I love it. No, that's why I got to
Tell you to shut up.
Get him, Chris. Tell him.
Look, I've been critical of this Blue Jays bullpen. I've said before, whenever I see the Yankees got better pitchers and more experience, kiss my Oklahoma ass. Anyways, look, I've said before that I'm always concerned about the Yankees in this bullpen, and whenever I see Jeff Hoffman, I get a stomach ache. Fact of the matter is, he's actually got a sub-1 ERA in the month of September. And you look at the Blue Jays bullpen numbers, they had a 3.42 ERA as a bullpen in the month of September. 10 of those runs came when Tyler Heineman pitched an inning and a third in that 20-1 loss against Kansas City Royals. You take those runs away to 2.52 ERA in September ends up being the best in baseball. Kevin Gausman, yeah, he's had his moments where he's, getting lit up, but any pitcher has. And Kevin Gausman against the Yankees this season was fantastic. 8 innings, a 1-run ball against him in September. There's a reason the Yankees are underdogs here in this game. Because the Blue Jays are going to win game 1.
And because the Blue Jays are just a better team, and we proved that winning the NL East.
Aaron Boone is a nose picker, booger eater.
Hype me up.
Don't roll your eyes at me, Ron. I saw that.
I'm rolling in my eyes at Jay because he's winning the AL East and he had the same record.
They had the same record. They won by tiebreaker.
We won, though. Because you know why we won that? Because we dominated y'all ass during the regular season. Look at this regular season record. Look at it.
Have fun with anyone say, oh, we got Luis Heel. Have fun with Luis Heel. Have fun with Will Warren.
All right. Damn by no
Maybe
same record. What we do against y'all? What we do to y'all? We beat y'all 8 games to 5 is what we did.
October Stanton shows up tonight. So what? 0 for 5, 4 strikeouts?
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
I think Jay and Chris need to get a room.
We can get one. I ain't tripping. We can get one in Rogers Center and right there, with the views of the stadium. If you want to, Chris.
All right.
I can't justify going though $500 for nosebleeds. So Leafs we're bordering on Leafs prices for tickets.
Here's what I'll say. Took the Blue Jays on the rundown. I would take the Blue Jays in this game. I think it's going to be a good series. I think the Yankees will win the series. But game 1, like I said, I'll take the Blue Jays. There is a path for the Yankees to win this game. But I just don't think it's going to be the path that Aaron Boone takes. Aaron Boone, there's a few players like Sean Burke, big fans of Ron's rundown. If Aaron Boone's watching this show right now, he can listen to me, and here's the game plan of how you get the job done in game 1. Do not let Luis Heel pitch more than 1 inning in this game. Do not let Will Warren pitch more than 1 inning in this game. If either one of those options are extended into the 2nd or 3rd inning of their outings, it's over. These are 2 walking regression candidates. They are bombs waiting to be let off. Luis Heel, expected ERA, expect xFIP, Sierra through the roof. He is not the same pitcher he was in his Rookie of the Year campaign. He's not missing bats. His walks are still high. I worry about him a lot in this game. And the fact that he's the starting pitcher, we don't know if he's going to go, 3-4 innings. He could just be the opener. But it's too much of a risk for me because if he does, if Boone wants him to be that starting pitching option, the Yankees will get crushed. So for me, we'll have to see what Boone does. If we see that bullpen warming up right when Heel takes them out in the 1st inning, I'll say can't count out the Yankees in this game. But if they expect Heel to be a starter in this one, which I think they will, I got to go with the Blue Jays. So I'll take the Blue Jays game 1, but I think the Yankees still end up winning the series.
I'll ask you a couple questions.
Go ahead.
Who's the better starting option on the mound today?
Gausman over Heel.
Which offense do you trust more in this spot today?
Yankees.
You're an idiot. You're foolish and like that.
In this spot today, no, Blue Jays in this game.
Who's the better overall offense in general?
Yeah, Yankees overall. Yeah,
Zwacky, you can go.
they've got the literally the best hitter, top 10 hitter of all time.
Yeah,
I'll take the Yankees.
Outside of him and Chisholm and
Stanton and Bellinger and Grisham and Ben Rice.
Grisham over Varsho, no shot.
I'm taking the Jays.
Are you kidding me? Varsho,
Jays,
get out of here.
Jays
Varsho.
offensive numbers at home. Look at them. Re-look at them Jays offensive numbers.
How many home runs does Varsho have?
Y'all need to re-look at them Jays.
Is home runs the only thing we're looking at here?
What's his OPS?
Who's the better defensive? Who's the better defensive center fielder? Dalton Varsho.
He's one of the best, but we're talking about offense right now, Chris.
I'm talking about all around. I'm talking about all around. We're going position against position in the series.
I'm saying offensively in Toronto, it's the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are the better team defensively and offensively in Toronto. If you want to tell me you like the Yankees better offensively in Yankee Stadium, I'll say I agree. But with the way the Blue Jays numbers look at home this season, you're insane. You're insane. You're foolish and you lack vision and you're just looking at it through your Yankees colored glasses.
The Yankees, just like the Dodgers, are built for postseason play. The problem is Luis Gil is not the guy he was last year. So that's why I think Toronto takes game one. The rest of the series, it's advantage Yankees the rest of the way.
Barshaw's got a better OPS than Grisham, Bellinger, and Chisholm. So there you go. OPS wise.
Still take all those guys over Varsho. I like Varsho.
He's a good That's what I'm saying. That's what, I'm hitting y'all with facts. I'm telling you, go look at them Blue Jays numbers at home in Toronto. Look at them. Y'all telling me shut up when I'm giving you the information you need to know.
6-1 straight up at home versus the Yankees this year are the numbers for the Blue Jays. So for me in this one, I like the Blue Jays here. Game one, definitely. So give me Toronto. Luis Gil has said, I think if you leave him there a little too long, as Ron said, well, the Blue Jays will cook him real good. I don't think you want him running through more than once through the lineup, if that. But that crowd's going to be going absolutely nuts. The news has just dropped about 50 minutes ago. Bo Bichette is out of this game for the Toronto Blue Jays. I just seen that dropped about 50 minutes ago. So no Bo Bichette here. That's the best bat in the lineup in this game right now. But it's look what they've done coming in down the stretch without him. I think they'll still favor well here in the spot. I think Gausman has his best outing of the year and mows down the Yankees. Give me the Blue Jays here in this one.
By the way, because we're going to do the drive-by stat drop, Grisham played double the games as Varsho. Varsho 71 games, Grisham 143. I guarantee you Varsho won't have an 800 OPS in a full season. But he is a great defender, and I like him. I have his rookie card autograph.
Nice.
Bittler.
Yankees.
Blue Jays hater number 2.
This is a hard spot here for the Yankees. It's just a small lean to him. I'm going to take Jazz Chisholm to hit a home run in his first plate appearance at plus 1,300. I think if the Yankees or when the Yankees lose today, you just bet the series big on the Yankees, you'll get a better price. So for me, lean to the Yankees, but I'm going to take Chisholm. Just for fun, I'm going to take him to hit a home run in his first plate appearance. And then after the game's over, if they lose, then I'm going to go in the series price.
Fair enough. And that's what somebody say. But my team is out. I am a Texas Rangers fan, but if you know me, if you've watched this show over the last 2 to 3 years, I'm a secret closet Jays fan too, and I've been on this train all year. This isn't something that just happened. Like over the, you know what I mean? If you watch this show, I've been on the Jays since day one.
Would you say you're a bigger Jays fan or a bigger Yankees hater?
Ooh,
tough question.
Tough question. Tough question.
I think I'd agree with that. I think it's the Yankees hater.
Yeah, I might say Yankees hater. I ain't gonna lie. Fair enough.
Because we know you've been on the Blue Jays a lot longer than just this year.
Yeah.
You've quietly liked the Blue Jays for a while. There's a jersey back there somewhere. He just doesn't want to unveil it yet. It's secret.
Dodgers, Phillies. Shohei Ohtani on the mound for the Dodgers. Christopher Sanchez on the mound for the Phillies. Chris, how you feeling?
Oh, give me the under in the first 5 here. I think it's just going to be a pitcher's duel. The bullpens, I think, are when you see these bullpens take over, it's going to be all bets are off for me here. But I'd rather go with what I feel like I know here, and that is, as much as the Dodgers like Shohei's bat, you also bring him in for what he can bring to you on the mound. Christopher Sanchez, though, on the other side, was one of the more underappreciated lefties in baseball, as far as I'm concerned. Pitched really, really well this season. And I think it's going to be a pitcher's duel early on, maybe 1-0 through the first 5. So give me the under in the first 5 here.
Romanelli, Mr. Rundown, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel really good about the Dodgers' chances in this series. So I'm taking them every game in the series. Worst case is they win 3-2, and you win a little bit. Best case, they win 3-1 or 3-0, and you win a lot of it. And I think they win game 1. Ohtani was spotless in September on the mound. He was going deeper in ball games. And now with the fact that the Dodgers bullpen adds in some of their starters like Kershaw, Sasaki, Sheehan, maybe even Glasnow. They mentioned he may be available as a reliever in this game instead of a starting pitcher down the stretch in the series. It makes that bullpen, which was not great, a lot stronger. And, the Dodgers hit lefties very well in the final month of the year. They hit Sanchez very well in 2025. 4 runs the last game in September, 4 runs against them in April. I just think the Dodgers are the better team here, but I think the winner of this series, it wouldn't shock me to see the Phillies win this series. The winner of it has an easy road to the World Series, and I think they'll win the World Series. So this is the series to watch this weekend.
Zawacki, what you thinking here?
For me, this one, it's the rest of the team. Give me the Philadelphia Phillies here. Just don't trust Ohtani on the road, especially in night games. 0-5 this year in night games out on the road. He's also 0-5 versus NL teams scoring more than 4.5 runs on the season, and that's dating back a couple seasons for Ohtani. So versus teams that are scoring runs in the NL, he's 0-5 going back all the way to 2023. When you look at what Christopher Sanchez has been doing, and he's been absolute money. 18-1 over the last 2 seasons versus teams that are hitting 255 or worse easily. Phillies, game 1.
I agree with pretty much everything Ron said, except in reverse. I'm probably going to bet the Phillies every single game this series.
You're foolish and lack vision.
Yeah, man, your CPA is going, oh no. He's going to bet all his bank account on Texas over at A&M. He's going to.
What's he going to do? He's going to have
Boise
to get a
State
loan.
money line. He's going to take the Phillies to beat the Dodgers. It's like, oh my God, it's getting worse. It's like, how can we? I can't defend this. He's going to leave you. You're going to get a call after this show, Jay. He said, I have to drop you as a client. I can't do this anymore.
Is it my turn?
Or I'm being filthy rich. It is your turn, Brian. Sorry.
All right. Let me just say, if there's one team I root for in sports, it's the Philadelphia Phillies. But to me, I think this is the Dodgers' play here. I think we're going to see maybe the best game Ohtani's pitched all season, maybe of his career. Sanchez has had just a tremendous season, but this price kind of tells me. I know the Dodgers have been crap on the road. Phillies dominant at home, but yet they're only laying -117. Doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to take Harper to hit a home run. I'm going to take Teoscar Hernandez to hit a home run. And my big play, it's a premium pick for me, the Dodgers on the money line today. I think they take game 1.
I don't think y'all are foolish and like vision in this one. I think this is splitting hairs. Whoever wins this is likely going to the World Series. The Dodgers are the Monstars. We know how talented they are. I have no bad words to say about them. Like, you know what I mean? They're the Dodgers. Like, we get it. And postseason time, we saw them turn the hell up on the Reds. Postseason and regular season baseball, 2 different things. The problem is, I really wish that these series were flipped. Like, I wish it was like Phillies, Cubs, and then Dodgers, Brewers. I wish, bro. I wish this was a 7-game series instead of 5. Oh my God. The reason I'm going to bet the Phillies in this series is because while I trust the Dodgers more offensively, I trust the Phillies pitchers more than I trust the Dodgers pitchers. So who we got today? Sanchez. I've said all season, I think Sanchez is the most underrated pitcher in baseball. He's really fucking good. Yeah. And then y'all know who coming up. Y'all know my man finna be on the mound probably next game. Knock, knock.
Taijuan Walker.
Taijuan Walker.
Have to sign me up. Taiwan,
They got the
Lazardo.
Walker brothers, Walker Bueller, Taiwan Walker. If those guys enter the game, it means it's 12-0 Dodgers.
Philly should have brought up Andrew Painter. I think they made a mistake. They should have added him to their postseason rotation. But
What's Nola's status looking like right now? He good?
He's not good, but he's healthy.
come on.
I was gonna say he just gave up another home run.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
Noah's a crafty veteran, and it's good that he's on the Phillies rotation.
I
What is
just
this, like agent. Noel stinks.
He doesn't stink.
The Dodgers are the better offensive team in this series, but I trust the pitching of Philadelphia, and I think that can. I don't think the gap offensively is as big as you might think between these two teams, but I think the gap pitching is pretty big. So for me, that's why I'm leaning Phillies in this series, and that's all it is. It's a lean. It's a lean. So you know. It wouldn't shock me to see the Dodgers do some damage in this series, though. And I'm not rushing to fade them. I'm not. I will probably bet the Phillies every game in the series, but it will be small bets just because I'll be watching the game and I want to be invested. Nothing like, oh my God, absolute lock, Phillies. Nothing like that. So kind of my thoughts.
Like Texas today is an absolute lock.
Yeah, like Texas today. Lock. Chris?
Oy. I gave out the under the first 5 here.
Okay. Last game of the day, fellas. Tigers, Mariners. Mama that man on the mound today. Jorge Kirby. Ooh, Jorge. On the other side is the Detroit Tigers. Who's on the mound for the Tigers today? It is
Melton.
Yeah, that's what it is. Melton. Mariners huge favorites in this one, Ron. How you feeling?
Yeah, I think this is the weakest game from a betting perspective. I'll take Seattle and take them on the. I don't really love laying run lines in postseason games, but I'll split my wager run line and money line. Melton, I think, is not as bad as what we saw in that wild card series, but I still think Kirby's a great option for Seattle. Detroit, in the first couple of games of that series, they had a lot of runners on that they left on base. They struggled with runners in scoring positions, so their offense still was getting on base. I don't think it's going to be a one-sided series. I think Seattle will advance, but I don't think it's going to be an absolute blowout, especially you got Skubal tomorrow up against Castillo. I think Detroit can take that game. So I think, this game one, I'll lean towards Seattle, but I wouldn't count out Detroit in this series.
Zwacky?
No, I wouldn't count on Detroit in the series at all. We know that them Seattle bats, sometimes they go nice and quiet, and they struggle to score runs at times, just like Detroit does at times. Seattle's notorious for doing that. So Seattle's been dominant, though, over Detroit. What have they won? How many straight? A few. At least 4 or more straight losses. I like an under here at 7. This is in Seattle, night game. I think Milton's on a short leash. We've seen what he's done, but he's actually pitched not bad in his night starts. You look in his night games when he gets 3 meals, hey, he's 2-0 with a 1.44 ERA. So I think Troy Melton has himself a good start here. And then we know what Kirby does at home. He's been rolling along. So over the last month, anyways, heading into this sub-3, I think he's able to quiet the bats. I would lean to Detroit, though. I think they can come in and surprise. I don't want to leave -220 with Seattle at all, betting-wise. But I like the under 7. Give me the under 7 here in this one with a lean to the Tigers to surprise in game 1.
Brian, how you feeling last game of the day, my man?
I hate to do it, but I'm going to pull Chris Ruffalo here and pass on this one. This is the one game I don't really like at all in baseball. It's just too much juice. You got to take Seattle or nothing.
Yep, I agree. It's Seattle money line for me here. No need to get cute. Probably going to parlay. Probably going my college football parlay today.
Just don't put them with Texas, whatever you do.
I like the Mariners today. I'm rocking with my guy Jorge Kirby. Yeah, I know he's been one of my favorite pitchers over the past couple seasons. I trust him in a spot like this. I don't really trust the Tigers with behind Melton today. I will say, full series, I do have the Tigers. I haven't placed it yet. I'm probably going to place it after the show. I will be betting the Tigers to win this series. I don't trust the Mariners full series. I don't trust them. Yes, I don't trust them whatsoever. I think they're gonna lay an egg. Tomorrow, I'm on that man on the mound, best pitcher on the planet. I think he gets him a dub there. Then after that, we probably. So tomorrow is going to be Scooble, Castillo. Then let's play it out. After that, it'd probably be what? Flaherty, Gilbert?
No, Casey Mize. And
Casey Mize, Gilbert?
Maybe Brian Wu.
I need the Tigers to pull out one of these mismatch pitching matchups. I need them to pull out one of them. And I trust them. It depends on how the matchup is going to be. It depends on who Mize is pitching against and who Flaherty pitches against, which one I'm going to attack. I think the Tigers win. That's all I'm trying to say. I like the Tigers. I like the value on the Tigers in this series. I think they have a legitimate chance to win it. I understand why the Mariners are huge favorites in the series and in today's game. I lean Mariners for full series. I do think it's worth a look. If you believe in the Tigers, even a little bit, like I do, I'm going to take them. So, Mariners today, Tigers full series is how I will close off today's show. Fun show, man. I thought today was a good show. I got to yell at y'all a little bit, tell y'all foolish, lack vision. We'll see who's right in the end. That's what I love about these shows is we find out who was right, who was wrong. Really fun day of action coming up, man. Money making Saturday. Chris, what a card we got today. What you got going on over at PickDawgz Premium, my man?
Yeah, I got packages on the board all day. My main play is my college football big play on the board for $25. Got an MLB play, but best value is to hop on something long term. But for me today, the 3-day and 7-day passes are less than buying each of the daily packages individually. It's going to get you the entire card today, all the college football, as well as the entire NFL card tomorrow, and it's going to get you into opening night NHL. So make sure that you check that out. Use the promo code PICK at checkout, get 15% off your purchase. Pair me with any of the guys you see on the screen here, and let's make some money.
Tuesday, baby. Romanelli, what you got going on at PickDawgz Premium?
Yeah, I've got 10 total premium plays today, 9 in college football, 1 Major League Baseball. Tomorrow's looking like 5 NFL and baseball and WNBA. So definitely, like Chris said, long-term plan or multi-capper plan, your best bet. But I've got packages in all the sports, individually, 3-pack as well in college football. I really like that 3-pack. So check it out at PickDawgz.com in the Premium Picks tab.
Hop on around the dime, Romanelli. Continue to kick the crap out of the books, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Rods are wacky. What you got going on today, my man?
For me, a little bit of everything. We got I got a nice little 3-pack to kick off college football. A nice little run there. And then I also got singly my college football game of the month. I absolutely love that play in college football today. You can scoop that up singly. And I got a 3-pack in the MLB. Got my best bet in the MLB as well, available singly. So as the guy said before me, best way to go is long-term. It's with all these sports that overlap, and you're trying to buy all these plays and buy my best bet in the MLB, buy the best bet in college football. Hey, it starts to add up. You're best off to go long term. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day. Hey, grab that month-long pass. Take advantage of the 2-for-1, 3-for-1, 4-for-1 capper promotional. Can't go wrong with that as well. Having more than one capper helping you build your bankroll. So definitely jump aboard. Use the promo code PICK and check out. Save 50% off. Let's continue to stack the units. It's that time of year. I love this time of year. Hockey's 3 days away, basically. You kick it off on the 7th. So I'm excited to throw that sport into the mix as well. So let's continue to build the bankrolls.
Hop on with Zawacki, ladies and gentlemen. Hop on with Zawacki. Brian B. What's got going on today, my man?
Now coming into today, ranked number 2 at PickDawgz.com, last 365 as far as profit go, 11-3 last 14 titanium plays, 79% winning run. My best bet is one of my bigger plays in the ACC this year, my titanium. $30 at PickDawgz.com, 105-74, 59% last 2 college football seasons. Also get my cream of the crop 3-pack, my best 3 picks in college football today at PickDawgz.com.
Hop on, Brian, ladies and gentlemen. Continue to kick the crap out of the books. Like he said, last 12 months, his units speak for themselves, man. Get Brian on your side and turn a profit. For me today, man, I got 4 plays. I know it seems like I like everything on the card today. But I kept it kind of short. I just got 4. I could have bet a lot more today. I really could have, but I kept it close to the vest. 4 plays, 3 college football, 1 Major League Baseball. College football, I have my big play of the week. That is the play I personally have the most money on of all my plays today. You can scoop that up for $30 over at PickDawgz Premium. I have a high noon behind the woodshed blowout winner. It should be a wire to wire. I know. I just almost fouled out.
Pause.
I know. I just almost fouled out. I got a wire to wire blowout winner today. It's in the noon slot. I think this team takes a team behind the woodshed, no sweat. You can scoop that up $25. And I have a plus money underdog as well in college football. Nice plus money. I think they went out right. So 3 plays college football, 1 play Major League Baseball, 4 plays for me in total. Up on a 3-day. Pair me up with one of the guys, man. I love tomorrow's NFL card. I like the NFL card tomorrow. So let's do it. Let's make it a good, profitable weekend. And yeah.
What were the community picks this week in the NFL for the contest?
They were Ravens, Cowboys, Lions, Eagles. What was the last one? The last one was Chiefs.
Ravens, really?
Cowboys, Ravens, Chiefs, Lions.
I'm surprised the Ravens.
Yep, that's the circle community picks. For y'all, we do those on Friday. So if you want to vote on those, show up to the Friday show. And we do the polls live at the end of the show. And that's how we determine what the community picks will be for this coming up weekend. So that's what y'all got for this week. New quarter starts this week in the circuit contest as well. So, and this week is 5 weeks. This quarter is 5 weeks. So remember, it's basically like a totally new competition. If y'all dominate these next 5 weeks, we could be in the money. Or if we just completely tank it and go terrible and lose every game, we can win money as well. So it's however y'all want to do it. It's however you want to do it. But 5-week quarter starts fresh this weekend. So we'll see.
Like going 0-15 on that slate would be money, but that's really tough to do. I'm telling you,
it's just hard.
It's not just as hard trying to pick 15 straight losers. Yikes!
So, parlay time, though, fellas. We made it to the end. Parlay.
I got the best parlay ever, maybe.
I'm petitioning that we change the name of a pass to a Bittler.
From a Ruffalo to a Bittler.
Yeah, from a Ruffalo to a Bittler.
Sorry, you got that one.
Yeah, I think the Ruffalo.
Yeah, but things can change. History can change.
Over time, change is not a bad thing. So hey,
change. Yeah, exactly.
We'll call when you pass on a card, and we'll call a Ruffalo when you talk when your mic is muted.
It's funny because that's the first time I've done it in like a month.
Hey, he's improving.
What you got for us parlay today, Chris?
I should just start talking like pantomime and just make it look like I. Texas State, Miami, Ohio, Wyoming.
Okay. Mr. Romanelli, how you feeling?
I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bearcats on the money line, lay the points with Nebraska, and throw in, unfortunately, the Blue Jays on the money line.
Smart man. It's a wacky.
All right, 4-teamer for you. Love it. Take the Phillies on the money line, Blue Jays on the money line. Throw Boise and Notre Dame over the total and take the under Cubs and Brewers. 4-teamer for you today.
Bittler.
Simple 2-game parlay. Dodgers money line, Gators money line. Catch that one.
Are we Yankees too?
No, I'm not. I'm not confident in the Yankees.
Here's what I like. I'm going to go Boise plus 21.5 Mississippi State plus the points. Blue Jays money line. Mariners money line. 4-teamer. See what happens. A little 4-teamer for y'all today, man. He does, bro. He does. He does. And I hate it. He's one of the few that can. One of the few that can. It's all good. I'm going to get the last laugh. He been beating up on me here recently. He been getting the better of me. It's his season, though. It's his season. Remember that. It's his season.
My season's 365, baby. I never lose.
That was a comeback. That was a comeback. But I got him. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Be here or be square. This is a season-long debate. A year-long debate, man. We'll see who gets the last laugh. Love doing it, though, man. I love this show. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all joining us today. Smash that like button for us if you appreciate the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Remember, our best bets are over at PickDawgz Premium. Those are the plays we love the most, the plays we personally have the most money on. We do a ton of free content here for y'all here on the YouTube channel, though. Ron's Mr. Rundown. He covers baseball every single day. He's the best on the planet. He has the best betting podcast on the planet for a reason. Check him out every single day as he gives y'all his free plays. NHL right on the horizon, man. No better person than you want than Mr. Wraparound, Chris Ruffalo, man. So, and plus he covers it all as well. Individual college football. He did the breakdown this week. Check that out. Ain't nobody really working harder than Chris this time of year, man. I promise you that. So Chris is somebody you definitely want your eyes on. Zawacki, Mr. Need no introduction. Y'all know what Zawacki does, man. Y'all know the work he puts in. Hockey right on the horizon for him as well. But he's a man of all trades. You know what I mean? He dominates them all. So get Zawacki on your team. And then Brian is another guy who needs no introduction. You know, his units themselves speak for themselves. So hop on with the guys, man. Pair us up. Do it however you want to do it. And then y'all know who I am. What Kevin Durant say, y'all know who I am. So, man, let's make it a winning week. Jam session will be back in 20 days, 18 days. We're almost 2 weeks out. Oh, my God. It's getting crazy. So, can't wait for it, man. I can't wait for it. That's it, man. I don't got nothing else to tell y'all, man. I don't have anything else. Chris, you got any final words before we get out of here today?
Make a winning day.
Mr. Romanelli, anything else for you today?
Good luck to everybody. Enjoy the day.
Zawacki, any final words?
Hey, good luck with your bets today. And, definitely don't bet your house on things because we don't want to have to hear about people losing their house and having to support the homeless. Sometimes it's good to support the homeless, but we don't want to hear about our friends being homeless. So don't bet your house on things.
Biddler, anything else, my man?
I just got 2 words to say. Chomp, chomp.
That was good.
That was probably the least intimidating gator.
That was
Chomp, chomp.
Hey, man, let's go Longhorns. Hype me up, Blue Jays. That's all I got to say, man. Appreciate y'all more than y'all know. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same programming. Make it a winning day. Aloha.